Welcome, basketball fan. It's Halloween, and we've got a treat for you. It's the opening of the NBA season. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got the San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns. And the basket by Harden. Tonight, a great backcourt matchup, Doris. When you were going up against another talented guard in college basketball, did that change your approach at all?
Well, you certainly knew when you were looking opposite somebody who had a skill set and a talent level that was going to challenge you for the full 48-minute game. And obviously, it raised the level of intensity. Your interest was piqued, and you want to show out against the best players. So certainly on the night you know you're going against an all-star type player, believe me, it's personal.
They take the challenge. All great players do. They want the challenge, don't they?
No doubt.
Plumlee with the steal. Here's Fox. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Down low. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. Off target from outside.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Here is Plumlee. A pass to Fox. Back to Harden. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Easily outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
And here is Simmons. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Easily outside. And here's Korver from the arc. That one's not going to go. The Suns go the other way with it. From the high post. And the Suns tack on 2 more. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Harden. Buries it down low. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Outside for Korver. The 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. It's Harden with the drive. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Suns shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And as he's tried to preserve his body to play a complete season, Rose has begun to lean more on that outside jumper.
Back to Fox. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden. And it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there. And he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Pass to Harden. Back to Fox. Now Harden. He's covered by Rose. Offensive rebound. Now Fox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Snatched up. Here is Harden. Now here's Fox. There's the three. Harden's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Puts it up from 15. Beyond the arc. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
The second chance effort will not go. This is off the front iron.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Spurs trail by 3. Down low. Measury with the steal. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. But they'll get another chance. Back to Harden. Launches a 3.
That's the long reach of Lee, annoyed.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Suns ahead, leading by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
I'll tell you, when you take care of the backboards, good things seem to happen.
Well, I think it's been a priority to hit the glass, no doubt, and using their length and athleticism to perfection on the boards.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Collison, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Back to Rozier. Pass to Harden. Back to Rozier. Inside. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And the rejection by Harden.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
Pass to Lee. Back to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Well, you love that Courtney Lee, a tremendous shooter, is willing to give it up when he sees a guy open. That's good stuff.
Now, here's Rozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, certain guys, it's just a rough season, right? For Nerlens Noel last year, that was the case. Couldn't get any consistent playing time. And after looking to be finally on the rise, he takes a step back in his development. It's got to be tough.
And with Noel, it's hard as he turned down a big money long-term deal.
It's always a chance you take, right, if you bet on yourself. And the skill set there for Nerlens Noel, this guy is definitely a great defender. He's just seeking the right opportunity.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Korver. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Rose. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, court vision, Doris, one of those intangible skills. You had it when you played, and when it comes to seeing the floor, I'm sure you have people that impress you with the way they see what's going on.
Kevin, I feel very lucky and fortunate to have witnessed one of the seminal players of his generation and arguably the greatest passer in the history of the NBA, and that's LeBron James. I mean, this guy's ability to make any pass, to put a 50-foot pass on a rope from one side of the floor, maybe from the hash mark to the opposite corner, and put it in the shooting pocket of different players is mind-boggling. At the center spot, you've got the young and talented and pass-first center of Nikola Jokic. And then, of course, the man who, to me, for a 10-year stretch, was the best pure point guard in the NBA, and that's Chris Paul. And listen, historically, some of the guys I loved watching, Steve Nash, John Stockton, I loved Mo Cheeks. Listen, I'm very partial to men who want to distribute the basketball and who take special relish in watching guys score baskets off their work.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Rose gets a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
And this is where, to me, Derrick Rose is really lethal. He has that explosive dribble move and can pull up on a dime.
Now, here is Harden. 21 points in the game. And stolen by Payton. To the inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Chang. Harden outside. Payton outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes down. 23 points for James Harden.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words. It's about wins.
Now, here's Collison. Here's Burks. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Now, if you see Burks with a lane to the rim, he's going to flush it with power.
Harden, no good.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
34 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Burks. And the shot is long.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. A pass to Fox. Back to Harden. Lee with the steal. Good on the shot. And now it's up to 25 points for James Harden.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
He gets it up. That'll do it for the first half. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. San Antonio leading by 11. Pass to Lee. Back to Collison. Clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. No good from Hernan-Gomez.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Here's Noel. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Back to Burks. Over Gallinari. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Boy, searching for some rhythm here at the start of the second half. That's their third straight miss.
Here's Harden. Good D by Lee.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. Free throw good, James Harden. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, You think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, but more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
Not going to go that time.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Outside Collison. Hernan-Gomez with the ball. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his second basket of the game.
Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him. To the middle. Pass to Harden. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Noel. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Goes up again and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
I absolutely love to see Noel working on different aspects of his game. Loves fooling the defense with that up fake.
So he gets them both. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Pass to Beasley.
Well, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Harden can't hit. Outside Rose. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Harden outside. It's deflected. Now Plumlee. Harden outside. No good from outside. In transition, here come the Spurs. Here's Rose. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now an 11-point Spurs lead.
Well, absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
So both teams changing it up here. And stolen by Simmons. And a deep 3 from Korver. From beyond the arc and then some. Korver's got his second bucket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And boy, Robert Williams, big athletic guy who just doesn't back down. Still polishing his game, polishing that skill set, but when he's focused, he's absolutely spectacular.
So neither attempt will fall that time frame. Maybe the most amazing thing about Williams outside the alley-oops is this shot-blocking presence he gives you on the floor.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys that protect the rim from anywhere on the court. Tough inside, able to get out on shooters, and plays with an attitude. Menacing.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
Now here's Simmons. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rozier up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Phoenix, no good that time either. On its way from Rose for two. And the shot falls short this time. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So Rozier will bring it up for Phoenix, trailing by 19. From 6 feet, Harden can't hit.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And now, your Suns dancers.
Going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
To me, guys, this is an underrated player in the NBA. Darren Collison's such a strong all-around game whose teammates look to him for stability.
And the Suns call time.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Pass to Harden.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Off on that one. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Suns trail by 19. Pass to Gallinari. Burks with the steal. And here is Hernan Gomez. His three-pointers off the mark. Harden outside. Marjanovic with it. Covered by Lee. And here is Fox. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Lee with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Back to Hernan Gomez. Spurs passing it around. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces, what those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications. We don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective.
That's his second personal foul.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Outside Collison. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
It tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition. Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Pass to Burks. Now here's Noel. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, how nice is it to watch Noel get going on the offensive end? He's finding his spots quickly.
Harden with it. A three-pointer off the mark.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Hernan Gomez, no good.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out. Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Spurs with some changes. Pass to Korver.
Well, we know Korver doesn't go to the rim often, but boy, do you love how he accepted the punishment right there.
The free throw drops for Korver. Both free throws good from Korver. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Now here's Williams. He's covered by Rose. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Pass to Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 52 points.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Beasley outside. Got a piece of it. Here's Harden. And that misses badly. Air ball. Spurs leading by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
52 seconds left in the fourth. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Spurs. Simmons on the wing. Here's Cauley Stein. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Phoenix ball.
And here's Phoenix. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Harden. Back to Rozier. Nice ball movement by Phoenix.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 on the clock. Here's Simmons. Timeout called. The Suns. They're behind by 14. 1 second left in the game.
And now, your Suns
From deep, Harden gets the bucket.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.